Welcome, everybody. We're talking with Joe Gavazzi, college basketball analyst, and Joe has written an article for 2016 college basketball called Super Ds, and what it consists of 29 teams that are holding opponents to 65 points per game or less. So with that, I'm going to turn Joe loose. Joe, first of all, Happy New Year to you. I hope we just have a profitable and prosperous year. Give us some insight on this 2016 Super Ds, if you will.
Sure, my pleasure. First of all, we certainly hope that we have the same success with these Super Ds in college hoops as we all did using my list of Super Ds in college football this season. And transforming that list to college basketball, it of course has its own set of parameters. Before we get to those, let's touch on the fact that every basketball coach in America, whether it be high school, college, or NBA, has this mantra, or at least he should. Playing great defense, rebounding, and taking care of the basketball are the three key things that will result in a winning program. And trying to isolate these statistics, which will represent that, I've come up with 6 different parameters. And these are the measurements of the parameters. Our team must allow 65 or less points per game, 40 or less % shooting from the field, 30 or less % shooting from the arc. They must have a positive rebound margin. They must have a positive assist to turnover ratio, and they must have a positive turnover margin. That means they must force more turnovers than they commit. When we boil it down, we look at 250 teams in our college basketball portfolio and find that only 29 of these teams qualify as defenses. Now, they can have one area that does not qualify, but when all of the areas qualify, as is the case for about 7 of the teams in the article, then we have the Super D. You must use this article to your greatest benefit this year. It's easy to use. Just follow my list. Look at the point spread record of these teams. Through play of Sunday night, these teams have a combined 61% ATS record. And isn't that what it's all about? Line up with the Super Ds. You won't go far wrong.
Wow, Joe, that's interesting, and I like that because all of that is the ingredients absolutely for a winning team. I mean, if you're holding teams under 30 from three-point land, under 40 from the field, and then 65 points or less, you know, obviously everything's working on all cylinders. So I appreciate that input. That's very, very, very knowledgeable for me as a fan and as a handicapper for college basketball. So I'll keep an eye on that, and just want to ask you, Joe, out of the 7, who ranked out, who's your top 2 that you think out of all of those 7 that fit every category?
Well, we're going to certainly take a look at one of those in our next video.
Okay.
So let's not give away that secret.
Okay.
And as well, those Super Ds are isolated with a star beside each team. And let's take a look at a team that is a perennially good defensive team that I think has added offense here to the mix this year. And that would be the Pitt Panthers.
Yes.
The Pitt Panthers, a perennially good defensive team on our list this year as a Super D, but also with some nice offensive pop.
Yeah, Jamie Dixon does a fine job coaching that team, and anxious to see how far they go. All right, Joe, well, I appreciate it. Viewers, I hope you enjoyed that article, and look for the next video because one of those Super D teams is going to be in that video. Joe, thanks so much for being with us, and look forward to having you back again real soon.